The Fanfiction Power Hour is a comedy podcast between friends that does not attempt straightforward readings. The links to the fanfictions are in the description if you would prefer an unaltered experience and to support the authors by giving the stories a like.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jen and Wizzy's Fanfiction Power Hour. I am your host for tonight, Wizzy Puff, joined as always by the lovely Jen.
Hello, everybody. I almost died.
Oh no, how did that happen?
Gnat flew down my throat.
Oh. Tell her not to do that.
I'll try, but she's a weird one.
Hmm.
I think she's transforming.
Oh.
Again, never let an Autobot into your house.
Well, today we're going to be continuing our Pride in July.
Our pride lie, if you will. Wait.
Oh no, the lies of Pride Month. Don't listen to the alphabet cult. They will turn you into something that you never were. A happy individual.
Damn. Get him.
Well, tonight we're going to be continuing with another lesbian fanfiction.
Which one?
I'm glad you asked, because it's called Sure as She Made Little Green Apples by Vagabondo Baronessa. And I bet you could probably tell from the title. Yeah, baby, we're doing another Granny Smith lesbian fanfiction for Pride Month, kind of Pride Month. Neo-Pride Month.
Love to fucking see it.
Yeah. If you don't remember last time, it was with Celestia when we did Be Gay, Do Crime. Wonderful name, wonderful fanfiction. This time, we thought it would be a good idea to incorporate her sister in on the romance. So this one is tagged with Luna and Granny Smith. Because who else would be fitting? It had Luna, but it wasn't about Luna X Granny Smith, which I hope this one is. I don't know, but there are no other character tags, and it's tagged romance, so who knows?
Got no idea, but it is in the Philly Foolers group. So,
Oh, nice.
at the very least, there is going to be something like that.
Okay. And this art for it looks very wonderful. It's a little young Granny Smith. She's got a riding hood on. She's got her pigtails all done up.
Mm-hmm.
So, did she look like this in the show?
Yep. Just as sexy.
Dang. So wait, why were they showing her young?
There was a thing at Apple Bloom's school where they were supposed to get like their guardians or parents to talk about their family history.
Oh.
That's actually the first episode where we get introduced to Filthy Rich.
Oh no.
And yeah, so we learn about the history of Ponyville via Granny Smith. By the way, she founded Ponyville.
Wait, what? She founded Ponyville?
Well, not herself. Her family did.
Oh my god, that does make sense with Sweet Apple Acres being part of Ponyville, and it seems like a very old place.
Can't be that old unless she's like 100.
She must be at least 100, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Look at that face. And then look at this young version. The difference is at least 100 years, or 50 if she's a smoker.
So true. Yeah, can't wait to get into Granny Smith ship fic. Frankly, I'll take any at this point. We just need more. I don't care if it's gay, if it's straight, if they have to make her a man. I just want more Granny Smith fics. Ship fics.
Yo, if we could do a trans Granny Smith at some point.
Yo.
That would be crazy.
I'd be down.
I did notice in the picture, she does have a Zap Apple. It looks a little bit like something.
I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Rhymes with Schmide flag.
Schmide bag?
Yeah. All right. Let's get into Sure as She Made Little Green Apples by Vagabondo Baronessa.
It's Vagando.
Why did I read that as Vagabondo?
I don't know.
That's crazy. I'm sorry, Vagando Baronessa. You are not a vagabond.
You're so freaking rude.
Okay. Maybe vagabonds aren't that bad. Chapter 1.
The only chapter?
Solevando l'Onesta. Wrinkled green hooves tapped the weathered boards of the porch in time to an ancient melody, the elderly mare sending her song out in hums and bouts of lyrics.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Yes!
I don't know why that's the song that came to mind.
Because she's old, like Billy Joel.
Yeah, they're both so old.
Oh. God, I'm gonna cry when he dies.
What if I look it up right now and he just died?
That would make me just have a heart attack. We would have to cancel the episode.
Okay, good news. He's not dead yet.
Yes!
He's only 76.
Oh, dang.
He's got time.
I heard he had a health scare recently, so that was kind of...
Maybe not a lot of time.
To the future listeners who are listening after he dies, it's okay. We had this time when he was alive. That's actually nice. I'm going to leave it on that. Old she was, face wrinkled and sagging below a wispy white mane. She'd foregone her usual tight bun, allowing the strands to fly free in the cool evening breeze as she rocked in her chair. Relaxing back, her vibrant orange eyes, untouched by age, scanned her fields and the path to town. She could feel her coming, but didn't allow that to bother her overmuch. Worrying wouldn't fix it. Besides, something that isn't broken doesn't need fixing anyway. Tonight was a night of celebration, as it had been for the last several days. Applejack, Mac, and Bloom were all down in Ponyville, celebrating the return of the Princess of the Moon.
Oh, damn.
A rusty chuckle escaped Granny at that thought. Her granddaughter, the element of honesty. Never had she been prouder of her little apple than when she saw her standing tall but abashed, magical necklace firmly on her neck as they marched back to town, bringing with them both the sun and the moon. Apples were always destined for great things. How much was her influence? She couldn't know for sure, and didn't really want to. She was content with her temporarily emptied house, sitting on the porch and feeling the breeze in her mane. True, she wanted to see the princess, but knowing Luna, she'd have made a scene. Better to make it out here in the empty darkness of her fields instead. The lights of Ponyville twinkling far past her fields as the revelers continued into the night. A stirring in the air pulled her from her thoughts, and her eyes fixed on the pony of the hour, headed to her farm in a controlled glide. Luna landed gently on the packed dirt of the homestead. Looking up at the elderly mare, Granny could only chuckle again as the forgotten princess headed up the stairs of the porch carefully, head leaning forward and foreleg raised. Her wings drifted shut as she finally made her way to Granny, looking down into those vast, knowing eyes. Luna sat awkwardly beside the older mare, confusion and anger and love all warring together on her face.
Actually, Luna's the older mare.
Why did it say, yeah, why does it call Granny the older mare?
I guess because she looks older.
Yeah, but I guess compared to like percent of life spent, she's older. And that's what we can say.
Possibly.
Like, I could say that I'm young as a human, but like that milk is really old. It's past its expiration date.
The milk is also a human.
Well, I drink people. Who cares? The two sat in companionable silence for a time, the wind kicking up and blowing back the childish periwinkle mane of the lost princess.
Oh God, Luna would have looked like a baby. She just came back. Ugh. When she first appeared, you could probably like make the assumption that she looked like a maybe even younger than the main six, if just a bit taller. But like in season 2, when we finally see her again, she looks like, you could tell that she's Celestia's age. It's just when she comes back after being ripped apart by the magic of friendship in season 1, episode 2, she does still look pretty young. So thinking about that, I was thinking this was going to be Luna from a bit later in the series.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
Does that make Luna the cougar on Granny Smith, or does that make Granny Smith the cougar on Luna?
I think it makes complicated things.
This is too much for my shipper mind to handle.
Pop.
Luna's teal eyes slid shut. Head bowed slightly as her magic reached out, playing across the threads of Granny Smith's existence. Chuckling, the ancient mare rose from her chair, stretching out her hind legs. After a moment of contemplation and feeling Luna's magic intensify against her coat, she sighed and glanced over at the princess.
Y'all know that don't work on me, little Lulu.
Snapping her wings out, Luna's teal eyes bored into Granny's orange ones as she rose to her hooves, drawing herself up nervously. Gaia?
No.
Oh, wait, that's already a different universe. I can't do that anymore. Gaia? The sly smile of the green mare confirmed Luna's suspicions, and she came forward carefully. Why art thou garbed in the skin of a mortal? Thou art a reborn. The magic danced and played across Granny's form, Luna growing more frustrated by the moment. We have missed thee, Gaia, but we missed thy true form. Wait a second, so...
Are they telling us...
if Granny Smith is a god?
I think she's Gaia. AKA...
Okay.
Gotta figure out who the fuck Gaia is again.
The mother of the earth?
She's Mother Earth.
Oh my god. So I guess that's why she's the older mare.
Yep. Huh. Alright, that works out, I guess. Terra in Roman.
Oh yeah. Or in Teen Titans, where, Gaia is a Titan, but she isn't the Roman Teen Titan Terra. I'm making a lot of references here. I don't know if everyone can get them.
She wasn't a Titan, I don't think.
Pretty sure she was, wasn't she?
She conceived the Titans.
Oh, my bad.
What
was she?
I don't think that makes her a Titan herself.
Oh, I guess they were just the primordials.
Oh. Gosh, isn't that cool?
Dang it, man. My reference doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cry. She stamped one small hoof for emphasis, looking down at the withered mare. This is a farce, a mockery of thy station. 'Tis a spit in the face of thy granddaughter. Honesty. We did not think that a mare of thy caliber would be so quick to forget thy roots and thy loves.
Well, I didn't think that you would try to kill everybody, but look where we are.
Okay, that wasn't me. That was the mare in the moon.
Bitch. Don't fuck with me.
Looking up at the enraged alicorn, Granny smiled that enigmatic smile.
And without this farce, darling, you'd be cavorting about and killing good folk with your whole everlasting night business.
Recoiling as though struck, Luna drew her wings around herself defensively. We did not wish for our subjects to suffer. Only our sister.
Oh, yeah, that makes it so much better.
A little bit better. But, like, she would probably just viewed them as collateral. I feel like she didn't really care as much about their well-being as she could have.
Yeah, no, she really didn't. She got mad because they liked to sleep at night. Nights when the wolves come out. Why would you think that we're fine with that? Oh, well.
Don't they know about the circadian rhythm?
But they would have suffered something fierce, Lulu. Crops wouldn't have grown, and your ponies would have starved. You'd be all alone on a barren wasteland of a rock floating in space. You would have ruined my creation for the sake of your little temper tantrum.
As she spoke, her eyes fixed to Luna's in the glare that had cowed generations of Apple children and adults alike, and the effect was the same on even an immortal princess. Luna cowered, belly to the floorboards of the porch as Granny advanced on her. Tendrils of the old mare's own magic reacted to her anger, pulling her body up and outwards, expanding across the backdrop of the night. As she grew, the withered skin pulled taut across newly defined muscles, wrinkles disappearing as her coat shone with a new light. Her mane grew fuller, the white strands flowing and turning a pale mocha, strands blue and calm as the sea shooting through at intervals. With a mighty shout, wings burst from her sides, scattering feathers and droplets of ocean water from the faded blue tips, bending to catch Luna's eyes, massive green horns spiraling out. Gaia gave her a cold, flat stare.
Or I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of hot.
That is like, oh my god, I did not expect this description of her turning into an alicorn. That's badass.
Yeah. I couldn't live and love and give so many offspring like this, Lulu. I couldn't saddle generations of apples with knowing they were living with a goddess.
Sighing, she sat on the old boards, eyes straying to her changed cutie mark of Terra atop the great turtle. Terra! Flower petals falling to either side. Frustrated, Luna dug her hooves into the floorboards, keeping herself down. Thou hast no reason for being a breeding dam for these mortals. We are above such things. We had thought thy love for us was pure and true. Yet thou hast cast it away the moment we were sealed within the moon. Did we mean nothing, Gaia? Truly? And thy offspring? What say Lady Applejack should she learn of thy deception? Truly, she deserves better than a life of lies.
Ooh, she did not just fucking go there.
Ooh. It's just gonna be like Granny Smith just like stabs through her with a sword, killing her instantly.
Ugh, the old ones.
She spat that last angrily, glaring up at the elder alicorn. Love and hate flashing in equal measure across her deep teal eyes.
Still thy tongue!
The royal Canterlot voice rolled over Luna and across the fields, trees trembling in the wake of their mistress's wrath. She gave Luna a calculating stare, the surface of those hard orange eyes shining with tears that belied her feelings. Pulling Luna up roughly in her magic, she deposited her at the base of the porch, trotting past her towards the west orchards. Wordlessly, the smaller alicorn pulled herself up again, following Gaia with swift beats of her metal-shod hooves. The two mares soon found themselves cantering into what seemed a dead portion of the orchard. Twisting, skeletal branches clawed for the sky, nighttime winds tearing through them viciously. Gaia tilted her muzzle to the wind, a serene smile playing across her lips as her eyes slid shut for a moment. Moonlight spilled into the glade from behind a cloud, silvery bands highlighting the larger alicorn's mane, flowing through the ethereal strands, stretching the pregnant pause filled with so much yet unsaid. Gaia turned, eyeing Luna across the soft shafts of moonlight.
If it is honesty you seek, I will tell you a story. Once upon a time, there lived two royal sisters. They ruled over the magical land of Equestria with fairness and harmony. Two other alicorns, the full of love and the mare of nature, stayed close to help and advise the sisters where they could. And so, Equestria flourished under a rule of the sun and the moon.
The green mare slumped slightly, the fire of anger gone from her eyes entirely as her rump hit the dirt of the orchard. Luna paced closer, hesitantly, a small measure of fear flitting across her face. With a sad smile, Gaia continued.
As time grew on and the younger sister matured, the mare of nature found herself drawn to her. The two spent long nights huddled to one another, watching the newborn constellations spiral above them as the older mare grew flowers and unearthed perfectly cut and polished gems, all merely to see her lover smile. Far too soon, the Moon Princess retreated further into herself and her studies. The mare of nature found her attention pulled outwards, creating habitable areas for the other creatures of the world to settle. Separated, the two lovers stayed in contact with letters, but even they stopped coming eventually.
With a shuddering sigh, Gaia pawed at the dirt, eyes slipping closed as she fought the tears pricking her eyes.
1,000 years, and it hurts just like it was yesterday. We are truly cursed beings. The only indication she had something was amiss was the sun failing to rise one day. Speeding over land and sea, the mare of nature worked her wings to the bone to return to her lover. But it was all for naught. Alighting in the castle of the royal pony sisters, she found the elder sister beaten and bloodied, but alive. Tears streaming down her face, the only answer the elder sister could give the other when asking frantically after the younger sister was to point at the moon. The elder sister worked tirelessly with her best magicians and prophets to find a way to save her little sister. The mare of nature could do nothing, feel nothing, and retreated into her forests and across her plains to drown her sorrow in the joy of creation.
Luna winced at Gaia's words, shame and regret for both. Shame and regret for actions both recent and ancient welling up inside of her. She drew closer, hesitantly, finally stopping a few hooves in front of the other mare. Locking eyes, both felt the tears began to fall as the wind whisked them away just as quickly.
One day,
Continued Gaia softly,
a letter arrived. The elder sister had found a prophecy to allow her a second chance to save her sister. As she read it to the younger sister's lover, the lover considered the words carefully. The elements of harmony were now inert and cut off from the elder sister. and they would be needed for the upcoming battle. Both the mare of nature and the foal of love were tested, and neither bore any of the 5 main elements, let alone the 6th that had vanished completely. Yeah, that was a thing.
Wait, was that friendship?
Magic, technically, but
Oh.
yeah.
So, friendship, because friendship is magic.
Yep, you got it.
Oh my god, I finally got it!
The 2 eldest realized with mounting horror that they would be hinging their hopes on 6 entirely random ponies at a point 1,000 years into the future.
Snuffling and wiping her face with a hoof, Luna gave a watery laugh. Ha! You make it sound so impossible. Chuckling back, Gaia bobbed her head, ethereal brown and blue strands pulling in the wind.
It was. You see, the mare of nature and the elder sister both desperately missed the younger. Both blamed themselves for her fall from grace. The elder sister claiming she should have noticed and done something sooner, while the lover agreed.
Oh!
Fuck the elder sister.
Aw, man.
While the lover claiming she should have stayed nearby instead of leaving. Neither alicorn was content to leave her salvation up to chance.
A smirk wound across Gaia's muzzle, a dash of merriment twinkling in her eyes.
The elder sister was quite the planner. Long-term goals, moving ponies like pieces on a chessboard to assure herself of victory when all was said and done. With the help of burgeoning love, she schemed and worked to unify all ponies in the nation as they struck a new capital city in Canterlot. The cities and towns sprung up nearby, even the Pegasi cities floating above. And Luna just goes, wait a minute, what the hell is Canterlot?
Wait, so is that confirmed? Is Canterlot a new place? Like, comparatively?
I do not know. I believe it's technically newer than, well, maybe not. The founding of Equestria might have been from the Hearthswarming Eve play. It might have ended on Canterlot, or the mountain that Canterlot is on, but the Castle of the Two Sisters is in the Everfree Forest. So that might have been where their initial capital was, but that lore is a bit iffy.
Okay. That makes sense.
The cities and towns sprung up nearby, with even the Pegasi cities floating above. The mare of nature, meanwhile, listened to the earth, the ley lines, and how they throbbed or strummed in a particular fashion in each new settlement.
Did you just read that in like a sensual way?
Yeah.
She's like horny for the earth now?
I would be if I had to listen to all that throbbing and strumming.
The way the waves are just coming in and out. It's almost like the motion of sex, some might imply.
Almost. A small earth pony clan of farmers in Maine had sat at a particular intersection of those lines, but their only foal had been killed in an unfortunate accident. Yes, accident. Wink. But it is weird how she got up into that wood chipper.
What the? This reminds me of the foals in the wood chipper in another fan fiction that we read.
No kidding.
Yep. Farm ponies as well. It was called The Feud, everyone. Luna's eyes widened at this, tears ceasing completely as the implications began to sink in. Softly, Gaia brought a hoof under the other alicorn's chin, drawing them eye to eye once more.
Notice how Luna stops crying at the mention of a foal being killed?
Yeah, She's like, oh, good news finally.
Thank heavens. Turns out Luna is actually a fanfiction writer.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
She loves kids getting killed.
Oh, God, that's actually so true.
The once barren matron of the family, thought to be well past her foaling years, found a new spark of life inside of her as the mare of nature discarded her immortal frame. 11 months later, they had a beautiful filly, and 18 years later, that filly had married and had her own foals. And so the line continued.
Voice cracking, Gaia still kept her gaze steady.
For thousands of years, Luna. For 1,000 years, Luna. I waited and worked and bore foals and buried foals. And my little Lulu, I did it all for you.
Tears streamed freely down Luna's face, unchecked by pride, shock, and understanding. Bare and naked coated her features even as she flew to the green alicorn, wings wrapped firmly around Gaia, forelegs clinging around the ancient green neck as Luna poured out a torrent of tears, of apologies, of shame. Content to hold her until the storm passed, Gaia rocked her, stroking the pale blue mane of her lover as she had done a millennium past. As the rage of emotion died down to sniffles, Gaia pulled back slightly, looking into those vast teal eyes once again.
And Luna, as sure as I made little green apples. Oh, hey, that's his fic name.
She said the thing.
As sure as I made little green apples, I do not regret a second of the lives I lived or the deaths I died. It's all worth it now, with you here before me.
We did not know. We are sorry, our love, for doubting thy intentions. Luna's voice carried as a whisper, a strange calm settling around her like a favored blanket at the end of her tears. Thou hast held that body of Granny Smith for too many centuries, Gaia. It must return to the earth. Will thou be reborn again? Her eyes held hope, shimmering up into the orange orbs of her lover, only to blink in confusion at what came next. Shaking her mane, Gaia planted a kiss on the end of Luna's nose.
Mwah. Nay.
No, not the horse thing.
Nay. You and your sister will be fine without me. I must return this body to the earth, and this soul to the world below it to continue my work. But my dearest Lulu, you are always welcome in my dreams, no matter what form I may take. I will not leave you again, and you need only seek me out when you need me.
Luna considered this, eyes dropping and moving side to side as her mind and heart warred with one another again. At Gaia's final words, she nodded once, leaning up and placing a slow and deliberate kiss on the older mare's lips. Mwah! That was me trying to make the Luna voice kiss. Gaia returned it, savoring their bittersweet reunion beneath the moonlight filtering through the bare branches of the zap apple trees. As they parted, Gaia smiled, lighting her horn for a moment before breaking away sadly, trotting back towards the farmhouse, even as her form shrunk back down to the unassuming Granny Smith.
Oh, God, my hips!
Oh, God.
Forgot how that happens.
I forgot how painful it is to be old.
Can't see. Somebody get my glasses.
Luna started suddenly, glancing down. A pearl-white lily rose from the ground, twining around the blue alicorn's foreleg gently as it bloomed.
Now get off my lawn, young'un. Friggin' kids these days.
Man, can't deal with you when you're trying to take the moon away from the Earth, trying to ruin the entire world. Such a millennial thing to do.
It's not even millennial, it's way older.
Author's note. I think of Granny Smith as interesting character, with age problem. So I think she is as the sisters. Perhaps she and Luna would be good couple. I hope all enjoy. The end. That was Sure as She Made Little Green Apples by Vagando Baronessa. What did we think of this?
Huh. Well, that was an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
A good story, even.
I just want to point it out while it's still fresh. The author's note seemed weirdly like broken English compared to everything else.
I'm just gonna put that down to it might have had someone look over the actual fic, although it doesn't say it as an editor.
That would make a lot of sense.
It's also possible that they just, cared a bit more about the actual fic,
That's also possible.
so they themselves went over it a bit more.
But the story, I thought that I just love Granny Smith as a primordial being. That's just beautiful.
Beautiful and correct. The only correct way to look at Granny Smith.
It really kind of ties everything together with the 4 alicorns, and then you get that paired with Discord and the Tree of Harmony, and it's like the 6 primordial beings, the main 6, if you will.
Man, all old people know each other.
That's true. That's what they say in Avatar, so it must be true.
This is a very good fic. I think the best part, I don't know if it's just the mere idea of Granny Smith being a immortal being that's funny, but I really like just the way this is written.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a few errors in it. It's not written by someone whose native language is English, I think. But the way it flows is really nice. And the descriptions were nice.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking weird.
It really feels like a different vibe than I was expecting going in here. I was expecting normal Granny Smith, and she was just wise enough to lure Luna in, but it really feels more like just 2 gods getting it on.
Yeah, 2 gods pounding it.
The way they described the love between them was really good too. I thought that really made a believable relationship.
Yeah, I like the interactions between the two. And this definitely feels like these two could be very petty, as gods are wont to do.
True.
So I definitely like that.
So is this the Gaia incident?
No. Although perhaps Gaia Everfree is that world's version of this Gaia. It's just she took a bit of a darker path.
Yo, dang.
And sure, Gaia Everfree was revealed to not exist, but you never know.
Did we ever see Equestria Girl's Granny Smith?
Yeah.
Yo.
She's lunch lady.
Oh, that makes sense. See, all the staff at the school are like the alicorns, like the principal and the vice principal and the lunch lady. It all fits.
Not really.
It all fits.
There's also Cheerilee, who's the librarian. As far as I know, she's not an alicorn.
It all fits.
I think Cranky Doodle Donkey is one of the teachers as well.
Okay. I still say it all fits. He is 100% an alicorn.
Yeah, if we go by the comics, there's what's her name that we read earlier, the other story with the 2 old ladies kissing. The one from Rune Soldier Dan that we read.
Oh no, my mind is shot right now. You can't do this to me.
Harshwinny. That's it.
Oh, the other alicorn?
Pretty sure she's not an alicorn.
That's right. Oh my god, that was a good one too. Celestia X Harshwinny.
Yeah. Man, what is it with old people and having some pretty good romance fics?
Kind of making me excited to get into my older years.
Ooh, I know you would be a great old,
Bachelor.
yeah,
I don't know if that's the right word.
player?
I feel like that's the player. Yeah, because everyone knows sex is a game and my high score is 6.
Huh. Well, anyways, the story. Do we have anything else to say about it?
Yeah, I thought that this just really overall really a good pick for this month.
Yeah. If I could read it again, I would.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that Granny Smith is like young in the image. I was expecting this to be I expected it to take place earlier in the lives of Granny Smith and Luna, but
Which wouldn't make sense.
it wouldn't.
Well, I guess actually it would make sense in this one, but it wouldn't make sense for what we were thinking initially.
Oh, that's right. Because she was the Mare in the Moon.
Yep.
Well, I think we've pretty well covered this story. You got anything else to say?
I do not.
Then I will be bidding everyone another good night on this podcast. Thank you all so much for listening. I should have said this earlier, but you should go into the description and click that link. You should give this story a like, because this is a really good story. And if I really do believe this, if we can get this like counter up high enough, Vagando Baronessa is going to come back for a 3rd story.
Oh, hell yeah.
They've only made 2 so far. How tragic is that?
All right, everybody, give this story a like.
We can do it. So, yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night.
See ya!
The two eldest realized with mounting horror that they would be I almost said hinging. Hair in my face. Gorgeous hair in my beautiful face.